See how it's moving with us? Yeah. And I have a mic on right now that I'm talking into. So can you hear me?
That's why you asked me to say it earlier.
All right, let's get ready for first positions here. Let's get a slate in from the mark of the green. Let's get a roll.
Okay, camera speed.
Rolling. Mark it. I should try a focus pull thing here. Okay, and action.
The Tacoma has long been known for its iconic look, unstoppable capability, Toyota has protected its click by offering a unique combination.
As has been the standard of late for all new Toyota models, and my script is standard of late for a new Toyota introduction. Is that also what you saw and you just riffed it? That's fine.
I read a little bit fast and then just like, oh.
Okay, that's fine. And as long as it's still factually correct in the sense that that's really why I'm bringing it up.
Yeah.
Okay, amazing.
It was just, sometimes I'm just talking.
That's okay. We don't mind it.
Yeah.
I'm just here to fact check to make sure that that's not our only take and you're like, uh-oh.
No, it was fine. It was just, I know that when I'm doing it, sometimes I change it a little bit.
Cool, no problem at all.
Yeah.
Scripts ready? Cool, first positions, we're still rolling. And action. Good, let's do this last paragraph again on the script and then we're done. While safety and driving aids might not be at the top. That's where we're gonna pick it up from.
Yeah.
Perfect, let's cut. Nice little fun one and done. I'm sure there's other scripts where we can do stuff like that. Just wanted to try one while we're here. Let's change to off-roading and towing for a script. It's funny, that's the mess up where I am nodding my head being like, yeah, that still works well. Earlier though, we'll pick it up again because there's one thing that I noticed. You said the new performance of the turbo 4-cylinder, but I have in my script the performance of the new turbo 4-cylinder, which I feel like that's probably something that should be said properly. And then I'm curious if there's like a bunch of spaces in between the sentences, because I don't know if that might just be your pacing, which is fine, or if it's just the spaces in there.
Create a space.
Not a space, but I go to the next line.
And it takes a second. That's why I figured.
Just so that it's not a huge chunk that's like impossible for you to focus. Some people find it hard to focus.
Okay, that's fine.
That's what it looks like.
That's okay then. That's no worries. So if possible, maybe we can try and up the pace just a bit.
In between those sentences.
In between those sentences, but I'm not trying to over stress you out of reading too quickly.
Like a pause on the screen.
Okay, that's fine.
So reading it through the first calibrated at your dealer.
Okay, good stuff. That was a good first read just to have your brain familiar with it. There's a couple little things. There's one where you said rough instead of tough, which is kind of somewhere in the middle. I don't know if you saw that too, but just something to point out. Reservoirs is a very tough word to pronounce, and I'd love just to get a second take of that just to see if we can get that a bit more correct. And the first time you said old man emu shocks, you had that moment of did I say that right? And then you continued. Again.
I put "an" in there.
Yeah.
"An" is not supposed to be there.
Okay. So we'll just do all those again. I'll just keep a note of that while we're going just to make sure we get a stronger of those words. And at least we have good coverage. So we're going to pick this up from, of course, what would an off-roading discussion be? And we're going to just kind of continue that on and try and create that momentum again.
So, how's it going?
Quiet on set, please, people. Gosh.
So loud.
Trying to focus here.
Anytime.
Okay.
Amazing. Here we go. Let's get a roll.
Okay. Camera speed.
Mark it. Good. Hold on. Let me put your headphones on before we start just to make sure I'm not making noise once we're going. Remember, you want to take 1-2 step first and then start reading?
Yeah.
Okay. And here we go. Action.
Through the cabin, to the passengers in the cabin, when moving over rough terrain at low speeds.
Yeah, we're taking that. That's perfect.
Yeah. Love it.
Okay, let's pick that back up. And I'm cool because you're on a roll there. Let's pick it up from just that sentence prior. That seems like a clean spot. Not only do you have better traction, we'll pick it up there and we'll continue it on. And whenever you see it ready in the script, go for it.
Cool.
Okay, a couple things. That's great. I want to do this last little paragraph again here. It could be cool to add a bit of movement with you so you don't feel so stiff. I feel like this is a really cool call out for when it's talking about the front spoiler, that you can do a quick little one of these because that front spoiler is right behind you while still maintaining eye contact with that. I'm not trying to get you to do a full move like that. But when you see that word coming up, just kind of prepare for a nice little subtle gesture.
Sure.
That could be nice.
Yep.
And then just making sure that we land nice and strong, of just knowing that we're now off of the front 3/4 look, and you are going to reappear on camera after this in a different setup. So with all that being said, let's just pick it up from that little paragraph. You may have noticed that some models of Tacoma. Okay. And whenever you see it, you can go for it. Cool. Anything else? I like that. Cool. Let's get a cut. And we'll go on to the final script here, which I believe is the competition for slate, Colorado for script.